Baby, if you need the strength to fight that big old attack dog that Toya brought to that Christmas party that was finna whoop Anila ass, then you might need to buy some of this NutriBurst to give you the vitamins and the nutrients that you need. Some of this tea to flush out all the toxins for better health overall. And some of these pills just to, I don't even know what these pills do. Nevertheless, just bad, child. Drop down in the description box and click the link to purchase these and other fine healthcare products. Baby, let me tell you something. These medicine wives had it going on. You hear me? From setting up people's house to get broke into, to saying people slanging ass around the neighborhood, to bringing their friends around people's house to fight. When I tell you these hoes had it going on, they had it going on. Want to talk about it? Here it goes. Vanessa girl, I know I missed last week's episode of Medicine Wise, but don't worry about it because this week picks up where last week left off, and this is just the perfect way to sum it all up together because it really is 2 episodes that's one. So this episode opens up with the fallout from Audra spilling all of Toya's tea about how she didn't make $1 million in relation to this property. And you know what's so funny? You know, some of y'all get on social media and because you like somebody, you find all types of ways to believe what you want to believe. All right. And I got into a small riff with somebody on social media because they were like, well, if Toya bought her house for 2.1 and she sold it for 2.9, then she did make profit. And I was like, accountant here. Profit is what's left minus expenses. What you actually have in your pocketbook and is able to go spend at the mall, that's profit. Toya didn't make profit. Toya them was in a lot of debt, okay, surrounding that house. Now here's the thing. A lot of people Jones and Toya them laughing, saying this, that, and the third. If they sold that house as a way to clear up all their liens, or whatever the case may be, then I guess you could say the sale of their house was relatively smart. But what it is Toya them don't want to admit that they made another bad financial misstep. And so she keeps going on with this, oh, we sold it because we made a profit. Nah, bitch, you sold it because y'all was in a bad financial situation. Because the reality of the situation is, this was your dream home, your forever home. You wrote your name in the foundation. And whether the property values in the area went up or not, if this is your home, you wouldn't sell it. You sold it because you had to. And now you're going around saying you're about to build an even bigger and better house. And I just don't understand. Like, she keeps getting caught in the matrix, in this charade circle about trying to prove people wrong. And you are trying to prove things, Toya, to people who don't care about you. You know, the one thing that I hate about not just Toya, but people, period. Y'all walk around acting like you absolutely need all of this. Like, every single person on that show lives in more house than they actually need. You know what I'm saying? Every single one. And this goes for all the housewives, even the rich white bitches out of Beverly Hills. All of them live in more house than they absolutely need. You cannot tell me that Toya and Eugene cannot go get them still a big old nice ass house for much cheaper and be equally as happy. Like, you got your health, you got your kids, you got your family. Stop trying to build this monstrosity of a house and further embarrassing your damn self and fucking up y'all finances. Like, it almost feels as if Toya has been on this show now for 9 years and probably don't have no money to show for it because you keep sinking it into your fashions and into this show. Now, here's the thing. When we get into this situation with Audra, Toya started with that girl from the minute she walked on the scene. Toya started with her. Then to be talking about her fashions or whatever the case. Now look, I'm going to be real with you. In Las Vegas, Audra looked tired as fuck. She did. She did. Audra, you look tired. Baby, you look tired through and delayed, honey. You look tired. Okay? But we also have to recognize the fact that she was clean. She was covered. And that's all that matters. Everybody is not fashionistas. Everybody is not into that type of shit. Like, quiet as it's kept, I'm the tired friend. Now, when I step out, okay? Now, y'all don't see the bitch. When I step out. But day to day, I am flip-flops and Old Navy short sets. You know what I'm saying? And my personality is much like Audra's. And we finna be walking around Vegas and shit, bitch. I'm finna be comfortable. I dress for comfort. Not to mention, this is new to Audra. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all girls have ushered in this whole, because it's a TV show now, we finna be overdressed in places that we would normally have sneakers and jeans on. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. When Toya came for her attire at Simone's house, Audra was absolutely right. Bitch, I'm not wasting no outfit going around no bitch house. When I go around my friend's house to eat, bitch, I wear jeans and a t-shirt and some tennis shoes. I'm not putting on my Sunday's finest to go sit around some bitch house. Especially Simone regular ass house, okay? Now, if I was going over to Michelle Obama them house, if I was going around Oprah house, if I was going around Lisa Vanderpump house, if it was giving very, I'm having an event at my house, then I would get dressed up. But some friends invite me for dinner, bitch. I'm not putting on no damn suit jacket and no damn hard bottom shoes and no button up damn shirt. Because when we finish eating, we probably gonna fold our legs up on the sofa and eat popcorn and drink wine and talk shit and slap five. Who get dressed to go around their friend's house? So Toya, it was wrong of Toya to address that girl's attire once again, picking on her, trying to haze her. Now, here's the thing. Audra laid Toya ass out at that damn party, and it was embarrassing. Toya was embarrassed. Now, I will say this. Toya did a very good job of pretending to be unbothered, but bitch, you was bothered. You and Eugene both was bothered. Y'all was bothered. Listen, if y'all was bothered when Anila and Kieran showed up with that moving truck, you damn sure was bothered when that girl got to running them receipts. But I'll also say this. Audra was dead ass wrong for getting up in that girl's face, and she deserved every mush in the face that Toya gave her ass. You can't run up in people's face. Fair is fair. You cannot run up in people's face and be bumping your chest and doing all this. Toya did what anybody would have did. She mushed the shit out of Audra. But I'm going to tell you something, baby. Toya lucky that punch didn't connect. Because, bitch, Audra swung. And had that punch would have connected, Toya would have had a black eye. But Audra was dead ass wrong for getting up in Toya's face like that. Bumping her chest up against her. Toya should have slapped the shit out of Audra, quiet as it's kept. Some people could argue, though, that's what the fuck Toya get. You can't keep going around bothering people and expecting them to be quiet. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something else. Carmita, the light-skinned lady that was fussing with Anila, they had her sitting off to the side. She was not supposed to be a part of the scene, hence why the camera was not on her. So many things on this episode was a setup, okay? I don't give a good goddamn what nobody say. Anila, Quad, and Heavenly was in cahoots with that girl coming around there to say Toya was sleeping with that man in that neighborhood. And Toya brought Carmitha around there on purpose. Because she knew some shit was going to go down. And she brought her ghetto Detroit friend around there on purpose to whoop ass. And that is why Carmitha, out of nowhere, just starts going in on Anila. Now, what y'all didn't see on the camera and what the girls told me is that Carmitha actually swung in Anila and pushed Anila down on the ground, baby. And security had to escort Carmitha out. Now, they said Carmitha can't come nowhere no more. But Toya specifically brought Carmitha around there to fight. And Anila specifically brought that neighbor around there to spill that tea. And Heavenly set that motherfucking shit off on camera under the guise of, I'm just trying to tell you because, bitch, you told her in her ear while the camera was rolling and while y'all was mic'd up. If you was genuinely trying to tell her about what was going on or coming her way, you could have took her to the bathroom and turned your microphone off. All that shit was a setup. And then you see how Quad ass was conveniently missing down in the kitchen making extra jar Kool-Aid or something. The whole thing was one big goddamn setup and it made for good damn TV. Now here's the gag though. The gag is, I'm giving y'all some behind the scenes tea. The gag is, the people say that Toya is sleeping with somebody in the neighborhood allegedly, but the man that they think she's sleeping with is not the one, and that is actually somebody else from the neighborhood. Catch them teas, okay? And one of her friends told that. One of her friends on the show, the one who told that, and I'm gonna leave that right there, cause I don't want to start nothing in them people friendship, honey. But one of her castmates, that's her friend, told who she really sleeping with on that damn show. Y'all know I know the girls, honey. I want to really tell it, but I ain't gonna tell it. I ain't gonna tell them people relationship, but you better watch them bitches around you, Toya, cause they telling your business. They move on to the next day. Toya tells Eugene she's frustrated with what the lady said. Yeah, you frustrated with what them damn ladies said because, bitch, you done told your business to one of your girlfriends and that shit done got out. They said it's true, honey. They said it's true. But here's the thing with rumors, right? And I was telling somebody the other day, there is one thing I'm no longer doing. I'm no longer doing I heard, somebody said. I'm not doing that. When you give me the I heard that somebody said, it need to be like, I heard from the man Toya sleeping with brother. That's my cousin. He told me, him and his brother went out last night for cigars, and he told me he's sleeping with Toya. I need that type of I heard, not just I heard, the word on the corner. I heard you got herpes. You see how easy that is? Well, I heard your husband was sleeping with the mailman. You see how easy that is? Like, it's easy and it's intellectually lazy. So you're going to have to start bringing receipts, names, dates, times, timestamps, pictures, videos, surveillance footage before you come to me with I heard. Because if you come to me with I heard, I'm going to tell you to get the hell up out my damn face with I heard with your messy ass. Because more times than not, when you say I heard, it's you who said it, bitch. Heavenly, Anila, and Audra meet. You know, Audra brings up the fact, like I said earlier in this video, that she was tired of Toya's shit. And Heavenly says, talking about them bringing Zaina, that they know what they were doing. They did. Toya was set up. All right? Toya, I'm keeping it real. Toya was set up at that Christmas party. They set Toya up to spill that damn tea. It ain't no ways around it. So Contessa, Simone, and Toya discuss Quad. Now, I'm gonna take a little time and let this breathe right here. Just like Toya was set up with that whole she's sleeping with somebody in the neighborhood, Quad was set up in that scene too to bring up she's sleeping with a married man. And Contessa sitting there with that badass acting, pretending like she didn't know what the rumor was. First of all these ladies talk on the damn phone. They are all respective cliques or whatever the case may be. And the minute Simone got that tea from blank, 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 she called the girls and told it. All right, so Contessa cut it out. You knew what the scene was. And here's the gag. And and I'm keeping and I'm keeping it 100 with you because I know the situation with the contractor. It is not swirling around Atlanta that Quad is sleeping with the contractor. That is not general knowledge, all right? That situation has to do, Quad has a group of girlfriends outside of Married to Medicine, a group of girlfriends that she rolled with, all right? It's about 5 or 6 of them. That group of girlfriends, there's some drama going on in that particular group of girlfriends, all right? Somebody, I know the person's name, but I'm not going to say it on camera. Somebody that's friends with a couple of those girls and friends with Simone came back and told Simone what's going on in this group of girlfriends, okay? Simone then decides to bring that shit to camera, all right? It is not no Atlanta tea or whatever the case may be, and it's messy as fuck, and I'm going to tell you why it's messy as fuck. Because I filmed on these shows before. When you get to the scene, before you get to the scene, the producers brief you and tell you what they want you to discuss during this scene. In order for the producers to know that Quad is allegedly sleeping with the contractor, somebody had to tell them in order for it to become a scene. So you got a messy bitch that ran from this friend group, told Simone something. I don't know if Simone ran back and told the producers, but somebody from the Married to Medicine cast ran to the producers and said, I heard this, and they decided to make a scene out of it. Here's the thing. As far as I'm concerned, none of y'all on there are friends to one another. Because you cannot tell me that you cool with somebody or you don't have an issue with somebody, but you are so gung-ho to take a piece of gossip that you found out about and run and tell it to the producers to maim this person's reputation. Just not cool. Like, if I found out, if me, Mike, and Tony friends, and somebody came to me and said Tony cheating on his wife, and that's not something that organically made it to the show, I would not go bring it to the show. Unless I did not like Mike, or I took pleasure and delight in his name and reputation being sullied. Catch those T's. They go on to show the doctors doing their work. They're doing a really good job on integrating the men into the show this season. So they showed Dr. Scott, Kieran, Dr. Damon. Those are the only male doctors on the show, right? Am I missing somebody? Forgive me if I'm missing somebody. But they showed all of them working, like extensively working with their patients and advertise their businesses. I really did like seeing that. Especially Dr. Damon dealing with the lady with the rotator cuff issue. I really liked seeing that. Anila talking to her mama about cleaning up. Let me tell you something. Anila's mother is a breath of fresh air to this show. We are so used to seeing Mama Joyce and Mama D energy, that meddling in the cast business, that in Miss Lucy tease. It is so delightful to see somebody who is sheer comedic relief. That mama said, bitch, I don't clean. That mama said, bitch, I had a maid and a nanny before I got here. I'm not here to be your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week. Was at the job when nobody else was there, helping you get on your feet. 11 years. That mama said she ain't making no sacrifices. She ain't there to clean up. But I'm going to tell you something now, Ma. Now, you could put the damn plates in the garbage and close up the damn jelly and stick it in the damn refrigerator. But Anila, I'm going to also need you to stop complaining about basic adult with children responsibilities. Like, adults with children wash dishes. I was looking around at your kitchen, and at best, it would have took 20 minutes to straighten it up. All you had to do was dump the table, wipe the table down, wash the dishes real quick, wipe the counter down. You said the refrigerator was sticky. Well, when you after you opened it and realized it was sticky and got your bottle of water out there, why didn't you get a Clorox wipe and do it like a dick and do it like this, like this? It's just squeeze it like you know what I'm saying? You said Karen got a big, long, thick one, so you should know how to do like this on the pole. All you have to do is get you a Clorox wipe, and you can one-hand it up and down like this, or you could have did like this. Like, you know what, or you could have did like this. I mean, you could have did you could have Bollywooded on that bitch. You could have Bollywood. You could have did, it's all types of things you could have did on that pole. Or whatever, instead of complaining to the mama. But when that mama put that scarf around her head, it was like, you like this, mama? You like this? Clean like this, man? That shit was hilarious. It took me out. That mama told Anila, you think you saying big shit to me? She said, I want to go back to my home in Savannah, Georgia. I know that's right, Miss Anila mama. Don't let Anila talk to you crazy. Tell her, fuck her. Bitch, you got your own damn house. You don't need her. And you damn sure don't need to be her slave, her maid, and her nanny. Go home. Contessa walks into the gym and does her fitness training and model pose training with the guy. Listen, say what you want to say about Contessa. Contessa's body is banging. Contessa's legs, Contessa's shape, Contessa looked really good. You cannot take that from Contessa. We see Quad, they do the scene about Quad and her brother where they light the lanterns. We finally see Quad mama do something else more than just come down and lean across the damn counter, because I swear this whole season, all Miss Mary ever did was came downstairs and leaned across the damn counter. We don't finally got more out of that one trick pony. Miss Mary had a couple lines for us, or whatever the case may be. Come on, Miss Mary, give us something. Give us a little something. The lantern ceremony was cute, and I'm glad to see that Quad and Monica are in a better space in terms of co-parenting Mason and Monica coming over and being a part of the family. That was a really good thing. Jackie interviews that fourth doctor. I love the fact that Jackie is bringing on another doctor so she can take less time off. I love that she was a beautiful, educated black woman. She looked young. And she sounded like she had all the credentials from the small part that we see. So I hope that she got the job. Y'all drop down in the... Well, I don't need y'all. I could just ask Heavenly to ask Jackie if the lady got the job. Anyway, if y'all went right there and got y'all coochie checked out or them STDs cleared up from Jackie Clinic, let me find out. I found out that lady was the one who stuck the stethoscope in between your legs and in your butt and diagnosed you with penicillin and get back to me. Last but not least, they bring up the break-in at Anila's house. It's very weird because the level of conversation that Eugene was having with Toya was very incriminating. Everything he described about the person who would have the motive to break into Anila's house, he described his wife. Toya was already mad at Anila because they fell out. Then Anila was responsible for bringing Zaina to Quad's party for them to leak this tea about her sleeping with somebody in the neighborhood. And if it is true, Anila has now blown up Toya's spot and she's mad. We already see Toya got a little bit of ruthlessness in her because she brought Carmita round there to fight whoever the case may be. Now here's the piece of the puzzle that y'all do not know. Okay? And let me be perfectly clear here. I'm not accusing Toya of setting up the break-in at Anila's house. I'm just simply giving y'all some context clues and y'all can draw whatever conclusion y'all want to draw. Anila and Toya do live in the gated community. Like Eugene said, of all the houses in that neighborhood, they stopped and chose that one. They had to know that that person was not home. What was not revealed on that show is the night that Anila's house got broken into, Toya had a party at her house. Toya had a whole bunch of people at her house. So it is very likely or very possible that it could have been, people who are a part of the party. How could somebody get in the gate? Well, Toya had a party. So there were lots of cars, lots of people at the party. Again, not saying that Toya set it up. But 2 days after that shit hit the fan, not to mention, I forgot it was some OT I had. And this didn't come out on the show, but I'm giving y'all some behind the scenes tea. All right. Some behind the scenes tea is that Toya told Carrie that she heard it was a hit out on Anila. Toya told this to Carrie. Carrie revealed it to the group. Okay? Y'all didn't see that on camera. And Carrie said, despite being Toya's friend, she told it because she just did not feel it was right. All right? So, Toya, how would you know that there was a hit out on Anila's house? Who did you hear that from? And who did they hear that from? And why would somebody in the neighborhood be going around with a rumor about it being a hit on somebody's house? So, to be honest with you, and I'm just going to keep it a buck with you, a lot of the ladies in the group feel like Toya set up that robbery. I asked, when I found out about the robbery, I asked, did she not have cameras or whatever the case may be? And the response is that Anila and them are still building their backyard. They're still building back there. They haven't finished. And so they don't have the cameras installed in the background yet, from what I've been told. So that is why, the cameras, the security cameras did not capture it, and only a friend would know that. Not to mention, now you got on the next episode, excuse me, on the next episode, you got Toya sitting at the table talking about, or maybe she lied. And I just know this from knowing the girls. Toya going around saying that Anila and them possibly set their own robbery up for insurance money. It's given very I'm guilty. It's given a very I'm guilty tease from Toya. Like I said, I don't know if she did it or not, but Toya got all the motive in the world to do it, and the way you acted, and based on how your husband described who would want to break into Anila's house, all fingers point to you. Quiet as it's kept. Don't mess with a bitch from Detroit, honey. That's what I gathered from this episode. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll call y'all later. Bye.